Azam, Part 299. August 1946 was followed by that major communal riot of 1947 in Calcutta in late March. Thereafter, rioting became endemic, a chronic ailment afflicting this great metropole, and the disease, being highly contagious, spread at the speed of a forest fire. Jumping from one area to another, province to province, one riot being the forerunner of another, the seemingly an endless contagion. Would one have foreseen all these ominous portents? With the cabinet delegation returning to Britain, the Muslim League felt it had been outmaneuvered, also let down and then deceived. Since the formation of an interim government had been shelved, Jinnah demanded that the election to the Constituent Assembly be also postponed. But even that demand was turned down. He accused the cabinet mission of a flagrant breach of faith, characterizing the cabinet mission's interpretation of Para 8 as most fantastic and dishonest. All this was perhaps foreseeable, and yet Jinnah's discomfiture evoked little sympathy. The general verdicts being that he had been hoisted with his own petard. It was only Gandhi that even stood up for him. They, the cabinet mission, should not have dealt with him. Jinnah, in that legalistic manner, he said, he is a great Indian and recognized leader of a great organization. As already mentioned, in consequences of their request having been denied, the League Council met on 29 July and withdrew its previous acceptance of the 16-May plan of the cabinet mission plan. And this is when the League further decided to launch direct action to achieve Pakistan and to organize the Muslims for the coming struggle to be launched as when necessary. This is also when 16 August was declared as Direct Action Day, to be observed all over India as a day of protest. Immediately after this Direct Action resolution had been adopted, Jinnah, in concluding session at the Council of Muslim League, declared amidst the loud applause, "Today we bid goodbye to constitutional methods, and again we have also forged a pistol and are in a position to use it." Elucidating his meaning further in a press conference on 31 July, Jinnah said that while both the British and the Congress were armed in their own way, one with weapons and the other with threat of a mass struggle, the Muslim League felt the need to forge its own methods and be prepared for a struggle to enforce its demand for Pakistan. He declined to discuss the details of the proposed direct action, saying, "I'm not prepared to tell you that now." Question as to whether it would be violent or not violent, he replied, "I'm not going to discuss ethics." Thereafter, in pursuance of their resolution 29 July, the Muslim League set up a council of action. It met behind closed doors, but the program of action which it drew up and which was subsequently collaborated and broadcast by Muslim League press was clear enough. The Muslims were reminded that it was in the month of Ramadan that the first open conflict between Islam and Heathenism had been fought and won by 313 Muslims in Arabia. A leaflet containing a special prayer for the direct action announced that 10 crores of Indian Muslims who thought bad luck had become slaves of Hindus and the British would be starting a jihad on this very month of Ramadan. Another leaflet bearing a picture of Jinnah with a sword in hand said, "We Muslims have the crown and have ruled. Be ready and take your swords, O Kafir." O Kafir, your doom is not far, and the general massacre will come.